Hello and welcome to the iGeeksBlog show, an Apple exclusive podcast where we talk about teeny tiny, every possible information about the Apple ecosystem. I'm your host Harshanki, a marketing nerd who likes to eat, breathe, and survive on Apple content quite literally. In today's episode of the iGeeksBlog show, we are going to talk about different formats of audio and sound and music. So this is for all the audiophiles out there. But before that, do not forget to connect with us on all our social media handles. iGeeks Media is available as iGeeksBlog on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And we are also available across every streaming platform of your choice. So just search for the iGeeksBlog show on whatever streaming platform you're listening to. And subscribe to us, follow, download, connect with us, please. You can also connect with me on Instagram. I'm available as Harshanki with an extra I. And we can also have a one-on-one conversation on Clubhouse. Please do search for me, Harshanki. And yes, without wasting much of our time, let's begin with the next episode of the iGeeksBlog show. Today's episode is for all the audiophiles out there. We're going to be discussing lossless audios, HiFi music, spatial audio, Dolby Atmos, and whatnot. But before that, you must have heard that, Apple announced legit 2 weeks before the WWDC that, we're going to have... they're going to release spatial audio, and Apple is also going to release lossless audio for all the listeners out there. It is very important for us to understand what are these terms, how do they affect us, what are the audio qualities that we're going to get, and basic things like that. So today I'm going to help you understand all of that in layman's terms. Although I would say let's just have our concepts clear, okay? Because when I was discussing it with my friends and I was helping them understand. First of all, the amount of jokes that I had to listen to when it came to lossless audio versus lossy audio, or this huge ass name which goes like spatial audio, Dolby Atmos. They're like, oh my god, what are these words? What do they even mean? How are they going to benefit the users, etc., etc.? Okay, so lossless audio. Now, in layman's terms, lossless audio is the uncompressed, purest, rawest format of an audio file you can ever find. We listen to a lot of songs online. We stream a lot of songs online. And what happens is that when you listen to songs online, or when you're watching any video content online, they have to be compressed to a certain size so that your internet connectivity does not cause any lag. And the huge ass files don't take so much time to download and link, and so it takes time to listen. So these compressed files are known as lossy files or lossy formats, whereas the non-compressed formats are called the lossless audio. And Apple, after years and years of delay, has finally announced lossless audio, which would be released for Apple users in June. How are you going to experience that? Apple Music would have a couple thousand songs released in both spatial audio and lossless audio, so that you understand the difference and you can listen to it. Okay, so think of it from this point of view. Okay, remember those way back in time, say mid 2000s, like 2007 and 8. We used to have these Acon tracks and we used to have these Kesha tracks, and what we used to do was that we used to send it via Bluetooth, like the teeny tiny formats possible. So those are the compressed file formats, the MP3, MP4 formats that we get, so that, it can be easily transferred and you can listen to them easily. Now, to talk about the lossless audio, they would be, say, for a 4-minute song, if a lossy file is 4-ish MB tops, the lossless audio is going to exceed 40 MB, and that is the bare minimum talk, and it can be, say, 40, 50-ish and above that as well. Now, this is from an audiophile's point of view, okay? And you can also compare this with a video or a photographer or whatever. Now, imagine we see a lot of content on YouTube, right? I mean, I'm sure you must be watching this podcast on YouTube right now. Now, I wanted to do just one activity. Now, you'd see the video quality there. Now, try reducing the video quality from, say, 1080p to whatever, 720p or 360p, lower formats, 480 pixels, 480p. Try reducing it to lower formats. You will see my face being like super distorted, or you'll see like a very pixelated video kind of format right there. Okay, so this is a compressed format of the original file that has been uploaded. On the other hand, you would see that it is a little faster to load, like it's not taking that much time to load when compared to the 1080, or if in certain cases the 4K or the 8K formats that are now available across YouTube. So if you're watching to me in 1080p, although you can see me clearly, but it might take a little bit of time for you to load and things like that. Whereas if you are watching me in say 360 or 480p, then it, I mean, we'd be talking really fast, but the quality of the video would be a little distorted. This is the exact same difference that I want you to understand between lossy audio and lossless audio. So, this morning when I woke up this morning, and when I came to work, when I came to the studio, I was welcomed with a cup of coffee. Now, normally I'd like make my own coffee or do something like that, but when I was welcomed with coffee and like chocolates, and could it get any sweeter? Like it's such a sweet gesture, right? So you're like appreciating the small little things in life. Similarly, lossless audio will help you appreciate the tiny little sound effects added there, and listen to it in their full potential, like to their maximum capacity, and enjoy every beat of the track there. So lossless audio is going to help you understand like those tiny little sound effects and experience every beat, every mic drop moment to its fullest. Talking about its technicalities, lossless audio on Apple Music uses a new audio codec called Apple Lossless Audio Codec, that is ALAC. The new codec can carry a higher amount of data, thus resulting in higher audio quality. Even though it requires special equipment to listen to, it is a joy for all the audiophiles out there. ALAC can play lossless audio at CD quality, that is 16-bit at 44.1 kilohertz frequency, and goes up to 24 frickin' bit at 192 kilohertz. Oh my god, isn't that mind-blowing? Now you might wonder that are we going back in time and comparing this quality to the CD audio quality? No, we're not. These numbers are important because it will help you understand if these earbuds or your headphones over your under ear, whatever, even your earphones, are they capable enough to actually listen to the spatial audio or not. Hence these numbers are important, but we'll come back to that later. So I hope you have everything cleared about lossless audio. If yes, so I hope we've had like every discussion about lossless and lossy audio, right? And it is pretty much clear now. And with the discussion so far, you might be like super excited for the release and test it yourself. But Apple is also coming up with another release, that is Spatial Audio Dolby Atmos. I mean, that sounds like such a big ass name, like Spatial Audio Dolby Atmos, because it sounds like a major or a general category to me, like, or maybe those fancy degrees that you get at a really elite university, or maybe a private college or something. I know, right? Yeah. So, Spatial Audio Dolby Atmos is actually an amalgamation of two very important sound terms, that is spatial audio and Dolby Atmos. Spatial audio is a very popular term. We have heard it in WWDC 20. It was popularized when AirPods Max were released, and it has been appreciated ever since. Dolby Atmos is also a very common form of audio that we have been listening to. Now, let us understand what both these components mean individually, and then try to understand what a combination possibly can mean. Dolby Atmos. Now, Dolby Atmos means when the creators and the artists and the producers are trying to mix the sounds in the 3D space, they can actually decide how is the output of the sound going to be. They can decide from what side are you listening to the sound, or from what quality are you trying to listen to the sound, or how far is the sound coming from. And they can mix it accordingly in their 3D space to generate the desired output for you. Earlier, what used to happen was that artists had to manually do this, record it at certain frequencies, and then try to mix it up. Now, regardless of the frequency it has been recorded at or it is available at, they can just adjust it using their systems, using their computers, and give you the desired result. So that is what is Dolby Atmos for you. Spatial audio, on the other hand, is making that sound a theater-like experience for you. Spatial audio is listening to the sound in a theater-like environment, even though you're sitting at your house. So, imagine yourself sitting in a theater, okay, and you can hear certain sounds just from your left ear, certain sounds from the right, and if you're watching those 3D movies or even like the regular movies, if a person is walking, then you'd hear the sound coming from behind. If there are like some deer noises, and if they're like coming running to you, and if you have your eyes closed, you'll genuinely feel that there is this legit a deer running towards you, and you'll feel like the gradual increase in the frequency of the sound. That is what is spatial audio for you. But this effect has been scientifically packed and brought into whatever gadget you're wearing. Okay, I might be hinting at AirPods Max. Do we have? Yes, there, right there. I might be hinting at AirPods Max because AirPods Max is one of the first over-ear headphones to give you that kind of experience. So, like, you can watch that movie with like just like the theater-like experience. Yes. So this is what spatial audio is, and imagine the combination of both of those now. You can listen to music. You can listen to your favorite songs using Apple Music. If you ask me which is the first song that I tried to listen to with this effect, I would say I Need a Doctor, maybe. Yes, because that moment where Dr. Dre wakes up and those effects right there, or any Whiplash track for that matter. What else would I listen to? I would possibly also no romantic songs per se. Like I don't really think of a romantic songs, but some slow song would be nice, or say a Beyonce track. Haunted may be a nice track. Hips Don't Lie may be a nice track. Shakira could be that. Oh my god, I have a lot of songs coming in my head. I will also listen to this girl from Step Up 3 because you can actually feel it. Oh, all those dancing tracks for that matter. The Step Up trilogy. Oh my god. Imagine the tracks that you can listen to if you can feel like you're literally one of them. Like how good will be the music experience for us, right? Wouldn't that be amazing? And wait. Like this is not the deal. The actual deal is you can. Like somebody pinch me because this is happening for real, but just imagine, okay? Like imagine, give it a thought. You can listen to these tracks and feel like one of them if you're playing them under the spatial audio Dolby Atmos category. Or you can listen to them in their purest, rarest, truest, most original formats by listening to them under the oh yes, you got me. The lossless audio category. Oh my god, isn't it like I am so blown away right now. Yes, that is a possibility. And the kind of music lover I am, I need music any time of the day. When I'm working, I have my playlist going on. When I'm working out, I have my playlist going on. If I cannot sleep, even I have a playlist for that, like songs that'll put me to sleep. Or if you're on a date, if you're hanging out with your friends, if you're just driving, you have a playlist for every damn thing that you do. Imagine if you can just listen to all of this in both the categories, your life is sorted. I mean, if this is going to happen, then I'm just going to be like there with my headphones all the time, with my AirPods all the time, and never stop listening to music. Because the benefit of these audio formats is that they kind of don't affect your ear, the inner ear as well. They do not affect your inner ear. So what happens is that your hearing won't be damaged at all. So I'm glad you can like understand the difference and like would be but this far away from having that experience for real. But before that, I really want you to listen to the segment by HyperX, who has done a tremendous job in simplifying all of these audio formats. And trust me, this was like my guru when I was researching for the audio formats. So I want you guys to listen to it and let's like quickly go through the sound clip like real quick.
High-res audio is a standard of lossless audio capable of reproducing a fuller range of sound from recordings that have been mastered at a level beyond CD quality sources. In simpler terms, High-resolution audio is closer to the original studio recording and takes advantage of a wider portion of the audio spectrum. CD quality audio is encoded at a bit depth of 16 bits and a sample rate of 44.1 kHz. The most popular digital formats, such as MP3 and AAC, compress files down even further. While these audio formats sound pretty good, high-res audio goes a step further, encoding audio at 24 bits and 96 kHz to add a level of clarity and detail that was previously missing. Let's take a look at this waveform. Visually, this is how a sound would appear if we heard it raw, uncompressed, and unedited. Here's a representation of how that waveform would be reproduced for CDs, at a bit depth of 16 bits and a sample rate of 44.1 kHz. You can see some of the details in the curves gets lost in the samples. This is a pretty good attempt, but let's see what that waveform looks like when we take it up to high res. As you can see, high res audio's greater 24-bit depth and higher 96 kHz sample rate allow for a wider dynamic range and better frequency response, which more faithfully recreates the original waveform. Nuances like the timbre and textures of sounds that would normally get lost are captured in high res audio, providing greater clarity and a more satisfying listening experience. In order to experience high-resolution audio, you'll need to make sure that you have all the required high-res components: content, a playback device, and an output device. Typically, these audio formats are high-res versions of FLAC, WAV, AIFF, DSD, or ALAC files. You'll also need a playback device that can process the content. Finally, you'll need an output device that can handle high-res formats, such as headphones or speakers that have been certified to output sounds at frequencies up to 40 kHz.
Isn't this amazing? It's pretty intense, it's pretty crazy, it's going to be super awesome. But none of the devices that you have with you right now support lossless audio. So your AirPods Max doesn't support lossless audio. AirPods do not support lossless audio. Even the HomePod doesn't support the audio. AirPods Max does support spatial audio Dolby Atmos though, so you're going to get that experience. Other than that, none of the devices support it. And when you talk about AirPods Max, or when you talk about AirPods or HomePod for that matter, they are not compatible enough to handle these big frequencies of data, these higher bits of data, and they are designed to work with a relatively low frequency of data. This is why there is no way possible you can listen to lossless audio using any of these devices. On the other hand, these devices do support Dolby Atmos, and AirPods Max supports Dolby Atmos, spatial audio Dolby Atmos. So it is a little bit of relief. But then how do you have this lossless audio experience? How are you going to get the best of it if you could not listen to it? There is a way, my friend. There is a way. Just have faith in yourself. There is a way right here. So what you're going to do is, you can listen to it in speaker mode. Take your laptop, take your iPhone, play the file format in this original form. Do not plug into your headphones or earphones or AirPods Max. Wow. And just listen to it. It's that simple. This is it about all the technical formats. I mean, without getting much into deep diving into theoretical aspects, we still managed to understand and simplify what these individual sound qualities mean, how they're going to benefit you, and what is their experience in the truest, rawest form. Okay, so we're going to do this tiny little activity which is going to help you understand the difference between lossless audio and lossy audio. So on your screens, you'd be seeing this. You'd be seeing a very nice animation for the next track that we're going to play. Just try to focus on that animation and listen to this track for 10 seconds in this purest form. Okay, now I'll be playing the same track again, but over a little distorted quality. Do you understand the difference yet? Exactly. this is not even 100% of the original lossless audio or say lossy audio that we're talking about. This is like a similar experience. Imagine when these tracks come up and you listen to them in their purest format, it is going to be breathtaking, it is going to be marvelous, it is going to be goosebump worthy and whatnot. Like the music lover I am, no, I'm like super excited to listen to all of it, and I just can't really wait for the output to come out. Now we're going to have another audio and try to get the spatial audio feel for you. Let's see if that works out. I'm not really sure if that's going to work out or not, but let's give it a shot anyway. For the first 10 seconds, you're going to see it in the purest format to give you a spatial audio kind of feel. And the second 10 seconds, you're going to see it in a normal format. So consider you're watching it on a TV or a laptop screen, maybe. Okay, this is the spatial format that I was talking about. And now I'm going to show you the normal format. You see the difference for yourself? Isn't it mind-blowing? Now this is, again, I am specifying this to you that this is not even the 100% of what we are expecting. Imagine when we have the final outputs in front of us, how beautiful is that going to be? I'm sure you're as excited as I am for both the audio launches. So let's just connect over Clubhouse and Instagram and discuss how is our experience going to be. Of course, if you have any questions related to these audio formats and how to stream them, what devices are supportive, when are they coming out, etc., you can always connect with us on our social media channels. iGeeksBlog is available on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter as iGeeksBlog. So don't hesitate, just send us the question and we'll revert back to you as soon as possible. Alright, this brings me to the end of the episode. Please do share your feedback with us, and if you want to read any Apple related content, just hop on to our website www.igeeksblog.com, where you'll find every information about the Apple ecosystem. Stay tuned, stay safe, stay connected, take good care of yourself. I'm Harshanki signing off. I'll see you guys next week. Till then, stay tuned to the iGeeksBlog show.